Okay, so hello everyone, this video is going to be on my vimrc, what vimrc I use and what I use for programming. There is spoiler, I use very bare vimrc. I don't have even like 15 plugins and stuff like that, very bare. Okay, but yes, I have the minimal requirement for programmers, of course. Okay, so if you know me, I use Neovim, not Vim exactly. Neovim is a fork of Vim, and I just call it better Vim and stuff like that. Okay, so this is Neovim, and let's just start. If you are shifting from Vim to Neovim, your vimrc just converts to init.vim. So let's start with init.vim. Okay, so this is init.vim. Now we have some sort of plugins. I use Vim plug for plugin management, and what plugin I have are these ones. Okay, so let's just get it in. Okay, I will discuss a very small amount of thing about each and every plugin and why should you use it or why should you not use it. Okay, so the first one, it's important. If you're a coder, it's important. You know why it's important? Because if you're coding, what you want, what's not there in Vim by default, why are you not coding with Vim? Because you don't have code completion. It doesn't show you the errors you do. You just cannot go to definition of any function and stuff like that, and all those things are not by default in, like, oh my god, I just want it. It's minimal requirement for programmers, and that is why this is here to save you. Okay, so let's just get in. Let's just see a demo. You want to see a demo? Of course you want to see a demo. Okay, so let me just get to a very simple project. Okay, very simple project, or maybe one other project. So for example, I have this project. Okay, and now I am writing something like string and stuff like that. String str dot, and I get all the code completion and stuff like that. All those things are in here and everything I get. Okay, so your code completion and the error highlighting, of course. Okay, I have an error in there. What error I have? Expected unqualified ID. Why? Because we don't have this semicolon there and all those things, so we just get it. Okay, one more thing what we get is like go to definition. Of course, what is definition and stuff like that, so where it is defined and all those things. So go to references, that where are the references. Okay, so all those things we are getting only using COC, of course. Okay, so if you have your bare Vim and you want to convert your bare Vim to an IDE, the first thing you need is COC, of course. You just want it all the time. The second one is snippets. Okay, so these are very easy. For example, I have this file, let's say hello.cc, and I just pray CLA and comma. Oh, I got some sort of class. Okay, now I'm just shifting out there and all those things with a comma, and that's why if you want to write code very faster, you want it Vim snippets. And yes, it is integrate. Vim snippets gives you all the snippets. Okay, and COC snippets is something that you have to install with COC, that gives you the completion engine for all these snippets. So yes, that's there, so you want it. The third one is Fugitive. Okay, if you are a Git user, you want to merge something, you want to commit something, you want to push all the time, commit all the time. Oh, you want to handle merge conflict easily? Vim Fugitive is here. It's a life savior. Let me give you a very simple example. Come on. So I have a project st, let's say vim st.c. and I just did something. I want to get the status. Okay, I just save it. I want to get the status and just show me ht.c is unstacked. Let's I stack it. I want to commit it. Okay, I get the commit. I have to just write the commit, and that's it. That's it. Okay, so this is there. Now let's say we want more things. Let's say I want to see the git log. Oh, git log is in here. I want to see the git blame. Git blame is in here. Everything you want. You just don't, if you are using a text editor. Okay, if you want to use it as an IDE, you don't want to get out of IDE. When you want to commit, you want to push something. Of course, it's basic requirement. Everyone wants it, and Fugitive is the life savior. Okay, so of course you have to use Fugitive. Airline, it's a fully optional plugin. Airline is, if you're seeing down my status bar in there in Neovim, that is like it has normal init.vim and then all those things are written all in there. It's all because of this Vim airline. It just customized my status bar. I can customize it by myself, but yes, I'm too lazy for it, okay, so I just don't use I just don't customize by myself. I use a plugin. You can criticize it or something like that. I just don't know. Okay, Vim commentary. Yes, one day or other you want to comment, not commit, you want to comment, okay, many things in your code because you make programming mistakes. Oh my god, do you not make the programming mistakes? I make a lot, and because that's why I have to comment many things. And yes, okay, for example, I want to comment all those things and space. Oh my god, you just comment it out. Okay, so I want to uncomment it, no problem, just uncomment it out, and that's it. So Vim commentary is very important. Okay, so that is why it is in here. The thing is FCF. What is FCF? What is it? Okay, so FCF is like what you always want to have if you are doing a very big project, because you cannot have tabs all the time. You cannot switch from this tab, this tab, this tab, this tab. Okay, you cannot do these things if you want to work fast. And if you're doing this in Vim, you're not using Vim in the best way. Why? Because you can use any other ID. You are here in Vim to make yourself fast. You are here to make yourself like super efficient, and that's why FZF is here. This is here. I can show you space P. I want to get to init.vim. Okay, it's there. fzf.vim. Oh, I got fzf.vim. I want basic.vim, coc.vim, init.vim. It's just fast. And if I just place init.vim on the right side, you can just see out that there are, oh my god, it's like a preview, and I always want it. That is why FCF is very important if you want to switch the files fast. It's a fuzzy finder for the files. Did I say for the files only? No, it's not like a fuzzy finder for the files only. You can fuzzy find many things. For example, you want to fuzzy find, let's say I know that there is something called leader B in here. Oh my god, I just find where is the leader B, and I get this nice highlighting that okay, leader B is there in this file and how it looks like. Do you want to get in there? Yes, I want to get in there. I am here. So that is why this is very important. This is like very important, fuzzy finder. Then Vim polyglot. To be honest, I cannot explain it much to you. It gives you better syntax highlighting and many other things. Of course, many other things, not for only better syntax highlighting. You can just go in there and check it on their website. Okay, they will explain you much better than me. Okay, so that's why maybe I would make a more big video on Vim polyglot and how it can be replaced in further Neovim 0.5 and stuff like that. Okay, Vim inspector, the debugger for Vim. Okay, so you want to convert your Vim to an IDE. Okay, the first thing you want COC, of course. Code completion is important for programmer. The second thing you want snippets because you want to write code faster. The third thing you want is Git, of course, Git integration. You want Fugitive, of course, that is there with the Fugitive. You don't want to get out of IDE when you push something, you commit something, and yeah, Fugitive is there. And then the last thing you want is, you know, like, yes, I want debugging. Like, why not have debugger in there? And that is why Vim inspector is there. I have a full video on what Vim inspector does. Okay, so I will not get to a demo of it nowhere. Okay, the next one, undo tree. Yes, it's a lifesaver for me because I'm, you know, I don't know if you have get it sometime. I think any point in your life you may have gotten to this situation. Okay, like, okay, you just type something, okay, you undo it and you just retype something, and now the first thing that you've typed is gone. That is like in the case when I was doing the things with Visual Studio Code. What was that? Atom? Yes, it was Atom. Okay, Sublime. Okay, Eclipse, NetBeans, IntelliJ, Android Studio, and all those. Oh my god, I remember those bad days. Okay, what just happened? Let me tell you. Okay, I just type hello, I am here, and now, okay, I just undo it. I just type hi, and now if I undo it, redo it, undo it. Okay, I just don't get in there. Okay, undo it. You cannot get to hello, I am there, and stuff like that. And how can you get in there? Okay, this is very important because like this something. And let me say you, if you are using some other editors, okay, the editors are like VS Code and stuff like that, then yeah, probably it is gone. But it's Vim, and yes, it's all saved. It's in the core functionality of Vim. Vim undo tree is actually giving you this plugin just gives you the visual representation of it, so you can get it there faster and you get the visual representation also. So yes, it's a lifesaver. Let me just show you. Okay, so we wanted to have, I think, hello, I'm there. This thing we wanted to have, and that is what it is. Okay, that is what it is. I have all my undo history and stuff like that. Okay, so I have all my undo history and stuff like that. That's why this plugin is like a lifesaver for me many times. I don't use it every time, but yes, once in a while this just comes to the picture to save my life. Okay, I just want this one, space UN, and then just get out of here. Okay, now I can say last but not the least, this is very important. Okay, this is very important. And what's important in here is, for example, if you're coding, okay, if you're coding, there's one thing that is very important. Okay, there's one thing that is very important is that if you're coding, listen to me, your eyes should not strain, and that's why you should use a very good color scheme. Very good color scheme. And what's a good color scheme? Okay, according to me, it's like the Groovebox. Groovebox is the best color scheme that I have ever seen on my, you know, I can say programming career or stuff like that. Anything. Okay, Groovebox, like, fine. I have went with like many things, like, okay, I want transparency, I want black, blue, solarized, everything I have gone through. I never find it more warming than Groovebox. Okay, so of course this is the best thing I have in my vimrc, so Groovebox. And yes, you want to use the dark version of Groovebox because you just don't want this. Okay, set, okay, background, set background is equal to light. you just don't want it, just hate it. I cannot work with it. Okay, so that is why you want to use the dark version of the group box, that is like in here. Okay, so this is like group box, and let's just get to our files. Okay, the files, I'm not gonna explain it every line. I'm gonna explain the important lines and important files only. Okay, this is very fast. Okay, this is the basic.vim where I put my basic stuffs. Okay, so let's get it. My space is doing nothing now. Leader, my space is now a leader. Syntax on, of course we want it, we always want it, because why not? Why not you want syntax highlighting and stuff like that? Because you know, if you're coding in C, if you're coding in Java, if you're coding in Python, if you're coding Lua, if you're coding in Rust, you have coding in JavaScript, anything, and it's like it's a plain text, then how it gives you a feel, you know? So syntax highlighting is very important. Then the color column, if you're on the right side, if you're seeing a bar in there, okay, that's like due to this 80 character with color column, and you should use it. No swap file, I hate the swap files. And there is something that if you are using COC, then this is something, and you are getting, you know, you are hanging a lot. So there are two solutions. One of them is the no swap file. Okay, tab width, I want 4 character tab width. Of course, everyone, like 8 character tabs are like, oh my god, I hate it. Okay, number and related numbers. Okay, so numbering is very important. I want to see the line numbers. And the second thing is, if you're seeing on the left, I'm on the 7th line, but if you are seeing above, it's like 1 2 3 4 5. If you're seeing down, it's like 1 2 3 4 5. And what it is, it's like, okay, the relative line numbers. Okay, no highlight search and incremental search. So for example, I'm just searching for smart, so I have gotten there. While I'm typing, I'm completing the typing and I'm getting there. Okay, so that is the incremental search. And I hate that if I just press enter and it just highlights everything. Okay, I hate it. Okay, I hate it because I have to unhighlight it using NOH command. That is like, I hate it. Okay, so this is there. Then auto read, if you are out of Vim and you just chase something, Vim should auto read it, and that's why it's very important. I just don't want undo file while writing to it. If you are just working with a big project and you did some changes, you want to go to a file without saving it, and this option is not saved, Vim will force you, please save it, please save it. I just don't want it. I want to just switch it. Okay, so set return is very important. Update time, oh my god, what is that? Okay, update time is like you can, if you are using COC, you will get it. Okay, I would go to very important things only. Okay, no wrap, yeah, this is very important because it's not default in Vim. What happens is, like for example, you just write something, okay, like this, and according to me the screen should go like this. Okay, if you're getting out of the screen, it should not be like this one, where your line is like 2 lines bigger now. So yeah, of course I just don't want it. Okay, set no wrap. Okay, so then this termed UI colors, of course, is very important. Termed UI colors, like the 256 colors, for me it's like important. Maybe for you, if your terminal doesn't support it, you just don't want it. Okay, this is like one important thing. This is like only available exclusively in Neovim. And what it is, for example, I am substituting something. Okay, so let's say I am substituting map with, oh, every map is gone, FCF something, and on the live it's completing everything. So that's why this is there, only available in Neovim. And then yes, I use netrw because I show in the starting of the video, I have commented like I would use more and more I rely more and more on defaults like code completion, git, and all those things are good for coding, but other things for text writing I want to rely on much more on the defaults. That's why I use it. Okay, netrw. Okay, because if you are just switching the systems, and if you don't have the plugin installed, at least you have netrw to explore the file system efficiently, at least. Okay, better than like ls and then e and then all those things. Okay, so that is there, netrw. Okay, I don't use file tree all the time, I use fuzzy finder. Okay, that is why netrw or other something like nerd tree and coc explorer doesn't matter for me. Okay, so this is there, and oh, I just don't want this line. Okay, and this is there highlight yank, and this is only for Neovim 0.5 release, that is not released yet. I am on the nightly build, and what it does is for example y3j. okay, so y5j, y dollar, yg, and yes, it basically gives you some sort of highlighting when you copy it. So it gives you feel. I always want the feel that what I have yanked. Okay, so that's why it's there. So this is highlighting yank, and only available in the Neovim nightly build for a time being. Okay, so let's get git.vim. Okay, so git.vim is like I use Fugitive, and there are some shortcuts for it. Okay, leader gs for git status, gh and gl, these are for merge conflicts and things, gc for commit, gl for log, gp for push, and yes, commentary. Okay, coc, coc is like okay, I have many things in there. Okay, but the important things are shift K for documentation. I just documentation, yeah, shift K for documentation, GD for go to definition. Okay, then GUI for go to tab implementation, GI for implementation, GR for reference, and AF for fix, AL for list action, and stuff like that. All those IDE things, IDE shortcuts, I just put in this file. Okay, I throw all those things in this file, and that's why it's there. Okay, so that's how why I'm not showing it. Okay, on a like important basis, because everyone workflow is different. For like if you are installing a plugin, you want to use it in a different way, so that's why. Okay, commentary, of course my this leader and slash just comments out. Okay, so those mappings are there. Color scheme, the groove box, and yes, the hard group box theme. Okay, and of course the airline theme is also group box. Okay, now fuzzy finder, leader p for files, bl for this searching, I just don't know, searching throughout the buffer, throughout the files. Okay, bb for the open buffers, control y for history. I just don't know why I use control y for history. And FGF layout is like okay, oh, what I'm doing, FGF layout is like a floating window. I want the nice floating window, not like in the split or stuff like that. So that's why, because you are using Neovim, you can use it. Okay, and yes, we have this prompt, okay, on the FGF thing on the top, not on the bottom, and that's why it's there. Okay, so that's it. And then Vim inspector, I have discussed about it. I have some shortcuts. This thing I have discussed in detail. So this is what my vimrc looks like. Okay, this is what I have in my vimrc. It's a very bare vimrc. So if I just discuss the summary of it, let's just discuss the summary of it. So it's just like I have the code completion things, I have the snippets for faster writing code, git integration, some of the commenting things, fuzzy finding like switching the files in the fuzzy way, debugging, and some undo things. Okay, this is the plugins I have and all those things I have, and some of the customization, very little customizations, because I rely, if I open a file in a split, okay, it opens on the right. Okay, many people just say split left and split below and stuff like that. I just hate it. Okay, I just hate it. Why? Because usually I just say that I want to stick with the Vim defaults. I want to get habitual of it because it's very like convenient when you get to the Vim defaults as much as you can. Okay, like of course some things like set no wrap. Okay, we can adjust it. Okay, relative numbers we can adjust it. Okay, and yeah, one thing I just forgot to tell you. Okay, let me go to a basic net. This line 24k, this line is basically net RW to get the relative numbers. For example, I get net RW, so I want relative numbers in there. Of course I want it, okay, relative numbers, because I can just open a file very easily, 3j enter, and the file is opened. Okay, so that's why it is. So yeah, this is what my vimrc is. Hope you like it. Okay, you can comment out some of the recommendations. Okay, how can I make it more minimal? How can I more rely on the bare Vim? Okay, and of course in Neovim 0.5 COC and Vim polyglot and many things are gonna get out of it. May possible, or maybe they will be there. I just don't know. But this is what it is. Okay. Hope you are doing your project on Vim. Hope you are using Vim as the only text editor, because I don't have anything else installed other than Nano, of course. Okay. Okay, so thank you for watching. See you guys.